Hey guys, so this Friday, I made some big updates to my high yield Roth. I won't say big updates, but I made some updates on my Roth. I'm trying to streamline things, um, and I also wanted to free up some cash. That's one of the drawbacks to a Roth, in my opinion, is that um, if you're trying to invest in individual stocks, and you've maxed out your cash contribution and you've fully invested, and you end up having no flexibility whatsoever. So the only way to raise cash to take advantage of, dips and whatnot is to sell off something to raise that cash. And so that's what I did. So on Friday, I got rid of Washington Prime Group. I only held this for about a month, but it returned me a dividend of $25, and it gave me capital appreciation of about 16%. So about a total return of about 20% in a month. So I figured, let me just go ahead and take that profit. So we got rid of that. And then Cedar Realty Trust did the exact same thing. It ran up pretty well. I held this for a long time though, but I still made about a 20% gain on it. So I got rid of that. And then CenturyLink, I held this for a long time, for quite a while. I wouldn't say a long time. I haven't held anything for a long time, but I held it, collected some dividends, and it went up about 6%. So I got almost a 10% gain on it. But again, my goal was to just free up some cash. So I got rid of that. So I did add to one of the reasons why I sold all that off is because I'm anticipating Altria dipping a little bit more. And when I say that, a lot of you know that Altria is having a big issue with Juul, and there's a vaping crisis in America. And I think Altria owns about 35% of Juul. Now, the thing of it is Juul probably doesn't. I don't believe they contribute anything to Altria as far as cash flow. Not yet. So what I'm interested in seeing is what Altria plans on doing as the pressure mounts up onto Juul. I think they can do one of two things. I think they can exit Juul, which I don't think they will because they just replaced the CEO of Juul with someone from Altria. But they could exit Juul. They can just write off the $12 billion or whatever it was that they invested in them, and they can go on their merry way. That will, put some really downward pressure on Altria, but I think they'll be just fine because, way back they had a lawsuit. I think it was when it was Philip Morris, but the tobacco companies had big charges like $28 billion in fines and etc. And even with that, they've been one of the best investments like forever. So I wouldn't mind if they exited Juul altogether. Now, another thing they can do is they can take Juul over completely. And I think that will also put some downward pressure on the stock price just because it'll be a lot more riskier, taking all of the risk of Juul and all the regulations and whatnot. So that's why I did that, and I also invested. Let's go here and go to the updated page here. I took the money from Washington Prime, Cedar, and CenturyLink, and I bought 10 more shares of Altria at an average cost of, I think it was right around $40. So it brought my income up a little bit, increased my yield on cost. It was 6.88. It is now 7.1. And what I also did was I bought, because I love my REITs, and I got rid of Cedar Realty and Washington Prime. And I bought an ETF SRET, and it's basically a small to mid-cap real estate ETF. And it pays right now at about 7.9%, and it pays monthly. So I bought 100 shares of that, and that should gets me roughly about $10 a month in income. And it freed up about $1,000 I have sitting in cash that I can use to take advantage of some dips if Mo happens to dip. Yeah, and that's it. So what it did is it brought my yearly income down from $784.14 to $653.61, but my yield on cost went from 8.85 to a still very respectable, and some might call dangerous, 8.06%. So, and another reason why I did all these changes is because I'm going to be making some changes to my M1 Finance account. I kind of want to streamline this and make it a little easier to deal with. We'll see. I want to add if some of you seen my other videos about small cap, I'd like to add a small cap fund or ETF to this as well. And if Mo never drops, I may just take that $1,000 and put it into a small cap value fund of some sort. I just haven't figured it out yet. I'm doing research on a few ETFs and a couple of mutual funds. But yeah, that's my update for the Roth IRA. I'll do another one here next month when I get paid out, because I'm going to get some Altria dividends and some Geo dividends, and also SRET gets the monthly pay, and also VET gets a monthly pay. I'm up almost 20% on this, well, actually 15% on this one. I considered getting rid of it, but I think it has some more room to run. So I'm going to just leave that alone for now. Plus, I like that it's a monthly pay, and my yield on cost is so high. So that's all I got. Leave me a message, thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys for subscribing and sharing. I'm up to, I think, 55 subscribers now. I never thought I'd be even knocking on the door or even above 50. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. You guys have a good day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.